let's do a quick update on my hammocking systems. Not one, but two. I'm up here doing some camping and with a bunch of neighbors actually. We all brought up our boys and we're just having a fun overnighter. So this isn't some ultra backpacking trip. You may be able to hear cars in the background, some kids yelling, having fun in the background. But I wanted to take you through and show you some of the updates that I've made to the hammock systems that I've got. I'm running two now, and they're getting more or less squared away. So let's take a closer look. I finally took the plunge and I bought me a nice tarp. I've been talking about it for a long time. And guys, the name on this one is escaping me. You can see it's the Digi Camo. Wasn't cheap, but it sure is light. And for that reason, I love it. And it packs down really well. I'll annotate it. I'm drawing a blank on the name. Underneath, I've got on this one the War Bonnet Blackbird for the hammock setup. And for Christmas, I haven't been able to use it yet, and you might look at the ground and think that it's still close to Christmas, but it's not. It's actually mid-May, or yeah, mid-May. We're just getting some good late season snow here. But I got an underquilt. I did not pick this one up. My wife bought this one for me for Christmas. It's an Eno, I think it's called the Vulcan underquilt, if I'm not mistaken. And I was real curious to see how it would work last night, especially in these conditions. It got below freezing, well below freezing last night. And honestly, through the night I was kind of cold. I'm like, man, this thing sucks. It's not working at all. However, I finally decided to check and make sure it was under me, and it slid off somehow. And once I put it back to where it was, I'll tell you, it was a big difference. Not sure what the weight on that is. Honestly, I'm guessing if it's an Eno, it's probably not terribly lightweight. I mean, compared to what you can get out there. But what I find with the Enos is, you know, it's good stuff. It's reasonably affordable, but it's kind of got the shock cords here. And I've just run it up on the beaners that I've got, and then inside I've got a really lightweight sleeping bag. In fact, I think both this underquilt and the sleeping bag, I'm really pushing the limits on this trip. But the reason I'm using those is because my two boys are sleeping in the tent over there. So I wanted to make sure they had the warmer sleeping bags for this type of weather conditions. You see it's snowing a little bit now. So that's the setup there. I really like the tarp. It did, as you can see, it snowed last night and rained last night early. And it did very well. Hear those trucks in the background. So I'm really happy with this tarp. This is a great trip to bring it on to test it out for its first run. And now let's take a look at the setup I have over here. So this is the second setup, and I did end up buying this Eno tarp. It's certainly a lot heavier than the other tarp that I've got going over there. That said, it's a lot less expensive. And this kind of comes rigged up with these cords on it already, which is nice. It does have some up top, so you don't have to run a ridge line, I guess, but I chose to. And then underneath, we've got the Eno double nest hammock. Again, I really recommend this one. It's not a, you know, it doesn't have the bells and whistles, but it is very affordable. And then how I have this suspension, oh, I forgot to talk about the suspension system on the other one. But how I have the suspension here is I just did the, what is that called, the girth hitch, and put the beaners on that, because this webbing actually is webbing that I've used for climbing in the past. So I just scrounged up some webbing that I had laying around and brought that. So nothing special there, just stuff I had laying around the house. The beaners on this one, they did come with the hammock, so I didn't have to purchase those separate. But let's go take a look at the suspension system, because everyone talks about these whoopee slings. Whoopee, whoopee, whoopee. I think I've said this before, but I did elect to go with the whoopee slings. And while they are a little bit more expensive, squirrel. While they are a little bit more expensive, I really like the whoopee slings. They make setting these up so much easier than they otherwise would be. I mean, not that they're hard, but they certainly are nice. I did make some stakes down here for the tarp, but that is my system with my tarps. They're ever evolving. I'm sure they'll continue to change, but I'm really liking that underquilt. Like I said last night, I'm like, this doesn't make a difference. I was kind of disappointed in it. Once I got it working correctly, it certainly made a difference. What I need to do is find out how to optimize it and keep it where it needs to be. That'll just come with time. But anyway, quick video, maybe. And we're just up here enjoying a nice little getaway with me and the boys, some neighbors and their boys. So thanks much for watching, guys. We'll see you. Okay, you want to know something really funny? I just realized is in setting these up, it was actually, the snow was just barreling down on top of us. I had to get three. I had to get my tent, the other tarp, other hammock system, and this hammock system set up. So I was booking it. The tarp is inside out. Hey, it happens to the best of us.